question 8. In question 8 we have been given that 0 less than a less than b less than infinity are two numbers, real numbers, and n is a positive integer. We are supposed to find the roots of the equation f of x equals to x minus a to the power 2n plus 1 plus x minus b to the power 2n plus 1 is equals to 0. So we have to find the roots of f of x, that is, we have to solve this equation equals to 0. Now let x minus a is equals to t and x minus b is equals to s. So we are basically solving 2 to the power t to the power 2n plus 1 plus s to the power 2n plus 1 is equals to 0. This implies t to the power 2n plus 1 is equals to minus s to the power 2n plus 1. Now since this 2n plus 1 is an odd number, we can have s to the power 2n plus 1 as being a negative number. If your s itself is negative, then this could be negative, or if your t is negative, this could be. Another way to look at it would be minus t to the power 2n plus 1 is equals to s to the power 2n plus 1. So one of them could be negative. Effectively, it is going to be t which is going to be negative because a is the smaller of the two numbers. So x minus a would be positive and x minus b is negative. So t would always be greater than s. So this seems like the more probable thing. This seems like the most probable thing. Now moving on, we have to solve this equation. Now graph for any x to the power n plus 1 curve is like this. It would look like this. You can imagine the x cube graph and it is going to be like that. It is crossing the origin at 0. It is actually crossing the origin. So you have two different numbers t and s such that negative t to the power 2n plus 1 is equals to s to the power 2n plus 1. So if let me just cut this out, t to the power 2n plus 1 is equals to minus of s to the power 2n plus 1. So if this is your t to the power 2n plus 1 and this is your minus s to the power 2n plus 1, by symmetry you can say that this can happen only if t is equals to minus s, which implies x minus a is equals to minus of x minus b, implies 2x equals to b minus a, implies x equals to b minus a by 2. So this is going to be the only solution for this equation, and so you have just only one solution, which is option